Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel, and I hope you're having a very lovely day today. In today's video, we're talking about Luna 2.0, what has happened to it recently, and where I predict the price to go to in the near future, as well as some key price levels, some key events I'm looking out for as well. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And of course, I just wanted to say before we start this video as well, is that I was away on an important event yesterday, and hence that's why they didn't see a video yesterday, and I'll be doing the same for tomorrow as well. So no video tomorrow here on Luna 2.0. So I'm going to be giving my price prediction all the way until Monday for you guys. So Luna 2.0, let's get those annotations back on the screen. And quite honestly, from my last video, not too much has changed about the resistances and the supports that we have. If you have a look at this, kind of gave a few areas where there could be a resistance and there could be a support, and it looks like they have been largely adhered to. Like this dark green line, for example, which was dark green because, you know, this was my alternate resistance instead of this blue one here, because this blue one had been respected a little bit better, as you can see in this area and this area here. But it seems like this green one has taken precedence, and we're kind of forming supports left, right, and center, so that are open to interpretation. So it eventually looks like something big will happen to Luna 2.0. We're kind of basically consolidating in a very choppy pattern like this. We're still generally following this bullish channel, which is highlighted here in purple, but it looks very weak. We're kind of hugging the support line here at the purple thing. We're still respecting it, but we're very close to, you know, just falling below it and starting a new channel, which could either be more sideways, so a price doing something like this, for example, or it could be more bearish, where we could flip below that blue line, for example, and follow something like this. And of course, that only goes if we do break below that support. If we can still hold up the support, that would definitely be a bullish thing, because obviously we're following this bullish channel. So, you know, if we can get the price to continue doing this, then that's obviously very good and very bullish for us. But of course, we're in an important area right now for Luna 2.0, because it really looks like it's going to make up its mind soon, whether it's going to lose this bullish support channel and follow a more choppy sideways or more bearish channel instead, or are we going to be able to hold this support at this purple support here and break through this green resistance. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this in blue here like this, and I'm going to color this one in green, because now it looks like this blue line here is more respected than this dark green line. So we're looking at this blue line here, we're looking at what the price does to that, because as you can see, we've had four tests basically where this blue line has been very well respected, and sometime previously as well, it's kind of been respected in the past. So this looks like a very key area here for Luna 2.0, and we're very close to it. This is the 1 hour chart, so we can zoom in a little bit, and we can see that there's not much space left for Luna 2.0 to make its mind up. We can draw the date line there, and we basically got 14 hours for Luna 2.0 to make its mind up. So, you know, for the shy pies out there, we're basically seeing some sort of triangle pattern form here, where we've got a resistance that's pointing downwards, a support that's pointing upwards. And if it is respected, then this is obviously a classic triangle where we could see the price break out to the upside, or we could see the price break out to the downside. Now, of course, that's only if the triangle is respected. And like I said before, I do think we could also see a scenario where the price just does something like this, because that kind of supports the fact that there hasn't been much price movement. And of course, throughout the weekends, you don't see too much volatility here. So we could also see that. But if this is a triangle that is indeed respected, then we'd want to see a price target of this pump that we had previously, so something to this sort of magnitude. So if we break out, you know, within the next few hours, for example, the top price target becomes $2.80, and if we break out to below the support there, we could lose a lot of ground and go back to $2.21. Now, I find that interesting, because this $2.21 level is a very important price level for Luna 2.0. It's been a historically important resistance. So for the price target to be at the $2.21 mark is quite significant for me. And this break up to the upside, $2.80, not so much of an important area, but I do think the $2.69, $2.70 region has been historically important. If you look at where my cursor is and you trace left, for example, it's been a key resistance here in Luna 2.0 in the past. So, you know, if this does break out with a lot of momentum, like something like this here in the past, then I'll be taking profits at $2.70 and leaving a small position to go to that final price target. But of course, that's if this is respected as a triangle. Now, if we do break out to the downside, I do expect price action. So if there is a lot of momentum, so large red candles and a lot of volume here, then I'd expect the price to go down to a level like this. And I'm looking for a local support at kind of this level here. And that would tell me that, you know, we're in this downwards trend, but there's a limit to it. So if there's support at this region, which and we see the price bounce up to test the support like that, then I can see this is a very real scenario here that we're starting to follow this new bearish channel. And of course, I do support this idea because I think what we're seeing here on Luna 2.0 might be similar to what we see on Luna Classic, and that's going to be relevant to the news that comes out about Luna Classic's Binance burn. And I think that's going to be underwhelming for a lot of investors. So, you know, with that comes down the Luna Classic price, and of course Luna Classic, Luna 2.0, as we know, are quite highly correlated. So I do see the downside at the moment for Luna 2.0 to be more significant than the upside. Of course, we've been hugging this support now. We could very well see a pump to around $2.80 once again, just by virtue of this triangle that we're seeing here. But I do think the Binance burn and the fact that they're going to be burning less than what I think most people will think that they're going to burn will probably cause the price to do something like this and eventually get down to that $2.21 mark. Obviously not straight away, but I do think it will get there eventually. So this is really what I'm looking out for right now, how Luna 2.0 reacts to this triangle in the corner here, whether it goes up, whether it goes down. And I'm looking at what Luna Classic is doing as well, because whether you like it or not, Luna 2.0 and Luna Classic have been very, very correlated since September. And so if Luna Classic pumps or dumps, then Luna 2.0 will likely do something similar. So I'm going to be checking what Luna Classic is doing. But that's all I'm really seeing here on Luna 2.0. A lot of the things that I've said, a lot of the things that I was thinking about Luna 2.0 have stayed the same since my previous video here on October the 6th. We're still following very similar trend lines here, but we could see a big price move in the next few hours. So that's something I'm very excited about. If I do see that breakout and I do trade that price movement, then I will update my trading view with where I see the breakout and whether I'm short or long. So be sure to follow me on my trading view if you're trying to trade Luna 2.0, because I post all my analysis there faster than I'll ever make these videos. So having said that, that's really all I have to say on Luna 2.0. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you appreciate this content, then give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you in my next video.